Hello, this is Emma of Emma Live Yoga and welcome to this Hatha yoga class for healthy joints. So this class will be all about mobilizing and getting the synovial fluid moving around the body, particularly when we have a change in weather, changing conditions, it can have an effect on our joints. So we're just going to see how yoga can help with all of that. So we're going to make our way down to semi-supine position. So making your way down, we'll take a few moments to center. So opening the palms of the hands, walking the feet underneath the knees and supporting the body wherever you need to. So as we arrive here, we'll begin as always with a few deep breaths to bring ourselves into this moment. So taking a big breath in and out. And doing this again, breathing in and out. So allowing the eyes to close for a few moments. And just beginning to settle into body and breath, taking this time to observe how you're feeling in your body, in your joints particularly, the areas of concern. And also taking this time to observe the quality of your mind and your emotions. Feeling the breath right through all these different layers, moving up and down the spine. Feeling at each exhale, you can gently release and let go to the back of the body. Feeling on the inhale, the drawing in of new energy and awareness, keep the heart space expand. And on the exhale, feel a softening around the eyes and mouth, the slackening of the jaw. So now keeping your awareness at Anahata, the heart space, you might wish to set an intention, a focus for your practice. And planting the seed of intention in the heart space. Feel you can breathe in with calm and awareness. And breathe out any busyness of mind. Doing 2 more full breaths like this to center. Then taking a breath in, gently blink the eyes open. On the exhale, gather the knees into the belly for Uttanasana, taking shins or back to thighs. Inhale. Exhale, begin to rock gently from side to side. Breathing in to one side, out to the other. Feeling fingers and shoulders relax. Just taking this time to feel your way into the lower back particularly. And then inhaling as you come to center. Exhale, bring the hands underneath the sitting bones. So just slide the backs of the hands underneath with the palms pressing down. From here, inhale. On the exhale, gently float the ankles up, but keep the knees relatively bent. So quite a deep bend in the knees. Inhale. Exhale, just begin to gently cycle the legs slowly forward. So we're just beginning to warm up the knee joints. Nice and easy, nice and slow, and allowing the breath to guide the movement. Keeping a softness around the knees, but also the ankles, particularly the front of the ankles. Shoulders stay relaxed. Keep a squeeze of the pelvic floor, Mula Bandha, to stabilize you through the lower back. And then pause, inhale, exhale, just begin to change direction, so backpedaling. And as things begin to warm up, you may begin to make this action a larger action, a bigger movement. Just see. Know that this will bring the core muscles in a little more. That's it. And then pause again. Inhale, float the ankles up towards the ceiling, open out the back of the knees, but then exhale to bend the knees. And do this again. Inhale, straighten the legs to your own measure. It doesn't have to be completely straight. Exhaling to bend. Continuing this warm up of the joints. Inhaling to straighten. Exhaling to gently bend. We've got one more. Inhaling to straighten. Exhaling to bend. From here, slide the hands from underneath the lower back and the sitting bones. And bring the hands to rest lightly on the kneecaps as we move to some hip rotation. On the inhale, draw the knees towards you. Exhale, knees apart and away. Inhale, together and towards. Exhale, apart and away. Turn our attention to the hip joints now. Keeping this movement going with the breath. And again, keeping a mindful awareness of how all these joints are feeling. One more in this direction. And then pausing with the knees on the belly, we'll change direction. Put the knees together. On the inhale, push the knees away. Exhale, knees apart and towards. Inhale, together and away. Exhale, apart and towards. Two more like this. Continuing to expand the breath into the body using this internally warming mechanism of breath. And as you bring the knees in that final time, you'll cross the right ankle over the left and press the hands either into the shins or taking hold of the top of the feet, wherever you can get to easily. Inhale. On the exhale, apply a gentle pressure through the hands and again begin to rock gently from side to side. So this version of Apanasana helps us to locate the sacrum and just warm a little bit more into the sacroiliac area. You're in charge of the pressings. It can be quite firm. It might be a light pressure, whatever feels best. Then you'll inhale as you come to center. Exhale, change the cross of the ankles, left over right. Again, pressing palms into shins or the top of the feet. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze the pelvic floor, continuing to rock from side to side. Good. Shoulders relaxed. Finding the flow of the breath. You may even close the eyes for some of these asanas just to feel, connect with the felt experience from the inside. And this allows you to move more intuitively and in tune with the messages you're receiving from the body. So then inhale as you come to center. Exhale, release the hands and bring the feet to the floor, hip distance apart. Open the palms of the hands. Take an inhale to the collarbones. And exhale to let go. So then from here, bring the hands into the sides of the body with the palms facing down. On the inhale, float the fingertips slowly up and back behind you. Feel the breath traveling up towards the collarbones. And then on the exhale, emptying from the top down, as you slowly lower the arms all the way down to the side of the body. Just beginning to work into the shoulder joints. So do this again. Inhaling, make sure the lower back is in contact with the floor as you float the arms up to your own measure, stretching into the fingertips. And then exhaling to slowly lower all the way down. Make sure you keep the knees parallel, the arms parallel, aligned with the wrists. Going to add something to this. So on the inhale, next time you float the arms up and back. On the exhale, you can rest the arms somewhere back behind you. The arms might be out to the side, that's okay. So wherever you feel, you can nestle your shoulders into the floor is good. This is option one. Lengthening the breath up to the collarbones, feeling extra space to breathe with the arm position. Now another option here is to bring the fingertips to the floor behind you. So possibly the tips of the longest finger, maybe more of the fingertips down. Lifting the elbows skyward. Now as you do this, bringing those fingertips down, you may feel a drawing down through the lats, the latissimus dorsi muscle, deep back muscles. So breathing here. Next option is to see if you can bring the hands towards the floor. So you walk the hands down towards the shoulders, point the elbows up towards the ceiling, and just squeeze the elbows towards each other. Find the breath. If this is too much, come back to any of those previous options, no problem. It might be you can't get the heels of the hands down, that's okay. Whatever you can get to, just feeling some warmth coming into the joints. This is a very preliminary stage of a posture called Viparita Dandasana, which is a deep back bend, but we're just looking at the shoulder preparation. So knowing that all these postures are a means to an end, the start of this posture helps us to locate the wrist joints in relation to the elbows and the shoulders. We've got 2 more breaths. Chest is rising, shoulders releasing. 1 more breath. And on the inhale, carefully lift the arms all the way up and back. And on the exhale, excuse me, as you lower the arms down, again, gather the knees into the belly and just hug those knees in. As you hug the knees in to equalize through the lower back, float the arms back up to shoulder height, sending the fingertips forward, and just begin to circle gently through the wrists. So with the wrists suspended in the air. We'll do this a few times in each direction, just releasing from that shoulder work. And then shake out the wrists. From here, you can either roll up back and forth towards seated, or you can roll to one side and come through that way. From here, we'll make our way through to an all-fours position. So we can sink back into Balasana, pose of a child. You can have the knees together or hip distance apart. Inhale. And on the exhale, just begin to sink the sitting bones back towards the heels. Bring the arms into the sides of the body, resting the forehead on a brick or all the way to the floor. Closing the eyes and just taking some easy breaths into the back of the body. Feel the back of the body opening with the breath, the shoulders releasing. Then from here, on the inhale, slide the hands forward and exhale. Inhale, rock the weight forward as you spread the fingers, tuck the toes under. And on the exhale, push and lift back into downward dog. Keep this a dynamic action. So now you might keep your knees bent the whole time, letting go of the head. Inhale, rock forward, bring the knees down. Keep the toe tuck if you can, or release it if you need to. Then exhale, sink the sitting bones back towards the heel. And again, inhale, squeeze the pelvic floor as you rock your way forward. Exhale, tuck the toes under, pushing back into downward dog. Coming down on the next inhale, bring the knees down. Good. Exhale, sinking back into Balasana. We've got 2 more of these. Inhale, nice and easy. So getting some warmth into the joint. Exhale to push back and open, push the heels towards the floor. Inhale, bring your knees down, keep the toe tucked if you wish. Exhale, sinking back, feeling that opening through the toe joint. Last one. Inhale, and through. Exhale, pushing back. Inhale, knees come down, and tuck the toes. Exhale, bring the arms back into the sides of the body, pushing down into child pose. Resting here for a few breaths. So then from here, inhale, swing the arms towards the lower back and just interweave the fingers at the lower back. On the exhale, rock your weight forward. You can either stay on the forehead and lift the arms a little way away from the lower back, or you may roll all the way onto the top of the head and lift the arms from that position. So feeling some work into the shoulder joint. And then inhale as you lower all the way back down. Exhale. From here, inhale, slide the hands forward, come through to an all fours position. Exhale and just pause that in neutral. Taking a few moments in your tabletop position to feel stable through the roots of the fingers, drawing the shoulders back. From here, take a breath in. Exhale, just begin to sway the hips from side to side. So you can continue our journey into mobilization. Again, finding the rhythm of the breath. From here, we can turn this into a circling action. So next time you sway the hips to the left, sinking the sitting bones back, making a circle. And then inhale, scooping the hips up the right side. Good. Exhaling. Sink back. This can be a large circle, a small circle. If you need to adjust your hand position, you take your hands further forward. You've got 2 more circles in this direction. Just feeling and breathing. Nice mobility into the hips. And then pausing as you sink back to change direction. Inhale, scooping the hips up the left side. And exhaling down the right. That's it. Looking good. About 3 more of these. Just feeling your way in. Being aware of any stuck areas, any tender spots. And using the breath and movement to release those areas gradually. As you complete your circles in that direction, your inhale, come through back to the tabletop position and exhale. From here, we're working to thread the needle, so just make sure the hands are back underneath the shoulders, so back to the shoulder joints. From here, on the inhale, pull up the right arm up into space. Just pause there a moment to feel that movement through the thoracic spine, breathing. And then on the exhale, thread the needle. Right hand can come down, or you can keep the forearm down and just look straight down. Or you can continue to slide all the way through until the side of the head reaches the floor. Find the breath here, have that left hand positioned just in front of the face to stabilize. Press firmly into the hand. Breathe in. So then from here, on the inhale, take the left hand forward and come up onto the fingertips of the left hand. Exhale. Now as you press lightly into the fingertips and the thumbs, you may feel the left ribcage lifting slightly, and you want to facilitate that. So press into the right forearm, feel the lift of the left ribcage, and breathe. So you might lift the gaze. So you're looking towards the left arm slightly. Feeling and breathing. One more breath. And then inhale, slide the left hand underneath the shoulder. Exhale to push and lift, unthread the needle, and returning back to your tabletop position. Take a breath. From here, we'll change direction. So on the inhale, lifting the left arm up. Exhale as you arrive there. Again, just feel that opening, that thoracic extension. Inhale. Exhale, threading through to your own measure. So again, forearm all the way down to the side of the head. As you arrive, take a few moments to stabilize. Keep that left arm active into the floor, right hand active into the floor. From here, option 2 is to take the right arm forward, lifting up onto the fingertips, the pads of the fingers and thumbs. As you press gently there, you may feel a little lift of the right rib cage this time. Sending the breath into any areas of resistance, allowing all sensations. Steadying the breath, steady the mind. 2 more breaths. And then inhale, sliding the right hand underneath the shoulder. Exhale to push and lift, unthread the needle as you arrive back in all fours. Inhale as you arrive. And then exhale, once again, sinking back into child pose. This time keep the arms extended. Tucking the chin in. Feel a nice lengthening, stretching action through the vertebrae of the spine. But then soften into the breath. Soften into the forces of gravity for a few moments. Good, and activating the pelvic floor on the inhale, coming back through to all fours position. Exhale. So now we'll take hold of our bricks. I'm going to do some work into the hips, return to our hip work. Bringing your bricks to the highest setting, and just bringing the hands onto the tops of the bricks, just underneath the shoulders, and lift nice and high, that's it. So just lifting the chest. From here on the inhale, you can step the left leg forward. That should be an easier process using the bricks. Good, and exhale as you arrive down. So positioning the hands either underneath the shoulders, lifting the chest, or just forward of the shoulders, whatever feels comfortable. Make sure that your left knee is directly over your ankle. You might scoot your right leg back a little, just feeling your way into the hip flexor. As you lift the shoulders, lift the gaze, and just take a moment to stabilize there. As we come into Anjaneyasana. As you steady the drishti into the eyebrow space, try to let go of any gripping sensations you may feel in that right hip flexor. Softening and instead squeezing the pelvic floor, this will stabilize the back. And also pressing lightly into the left heel. This also stabilizes your hip position. Option 2, if you wish, is to tuck the back toes under. This takes you a little bit deeper into that little SOS. And always gently drawing the left hip back so the hips stay nicely level. But then if you feel you want to sink from that position, you can. So if you want to go a little bit deeper, you can sink down, all the time keeping the shoulders away from the ears. So steady in the breath. Good. So then from here, inhale, press through the front heel until the hands lift away from the bricks. So the hands just dangle by the sides of the body. That's it. On the exhale, bring the left hand to rest in the sacrum, stabilizing the sacroiliac. And then carry the right elbow over the left knee. Start off from quite a high position. So we're working into the shoulder joints and also in relation to the back. Now from there, you might begin to lean forward until you can carry that right elbow over the left knee. From there, if you wish, you can bring the hands into a prayer position, continuing to work the right shoulder over as you draw the left shoulder back. Breathing. Yes, Pavarita Anjaneyasana. Endeavor to lift the chest towards the thumbs. Just working into that rotation, but no force, no strain. Keep staying with the breath. If you want an extra challenge, you might lift the back knee up. If you don't want an extra challenge, then keep the knee down. Wherever you are, breathe in deeply. Pressing the palms together firmly. You've lifted the back heel, firm the quad, push out through the heel. Good. And then exhale. If you're taking that extra measure, bringing the right knee down in the first instance. From here, on the inhale, we'll slowly unravel this twist. Bring the hands back to rest on the bricks. Exhale. As you arrive, just draw the shoulders down. Inhale. And on the exhale, just begin to rock your weight back. So you can begin to straighten out this left leg. Now, as you straighten out, you can walk the bricks back underneath the shoulders so that you can continue to lift the chest at the same time as drawing back the toes of the left foot as we come into a little Ardha Hanumanasana, half monkey split. Try not to lock the left knee, keep a softness there. At the same time, feel the stretch facilitated in the hamstring. Relax the jawline as you breathe. That doesn't feel like enough of a challenge. You can continue to lift your chest forward, kind of moving towards more of a forward bend, but you might already have met your area of challenge, and that's okay. If you move into the forward bend, you keep the back nice and long. It's just a matter of sinking and sinking, keeping the spine long. So just see what's best. Keep looking forward. Try not to look down. A few more breaths. Then from here, engage the pelvic floor. Inhale as you rock forward back into the left knee. And on the exhale, you can stretch the left leg back there, tuck the toes under. That's it, just pause there for a breath. And then inhale as you bring the left knee in. Exhale. Keeping the chest lifted, shoulders drawing down, we change sides. On the inhale, you'll step through with the right leg. Exhale as you come to extended Anjaneyasana using those blocks. Check your alignment of your knee and ankle as you draw your shoulders back. This time, subtly draw the right foot back. And then on the exhale, from that point of stability, you can then begin to sink, possibly, if you wish, into that left hip flexor, wherever you can feel a release. Stabilizing through the shoulders, keep the chest lifted. You should be looking straight forward into the eyebrow space. That's it. Embracing those sensations of comfortable discomfort. And working with the challenge of keeping the breath moving in order to settle the mind and any reactive states in the mind may enter. So building a resilience, but making a mindful resilience. Know you can always lift out of these points at any point. And when you can feel a resistance point, you can lift out. So just staying intuitive to where you need to be. And seeing if you can find that point of relaxation or even repose in the posture. It can be tricky. But again, this can be a choice. You can choose to relax rather than grip and hang on, whilst maintaining a lovely posture. That's it. Lovely. So then from here, on the inhale, press firmly into the right heel. Tuck the toes under the left foot initially. So now you can have that extra opening into the psoas if you wish. So that's an option. From here on the inhale, pressing into the right heel, you can begin to lift so the arms are able to dangle. That can be with or without the toe tuck, whatever feels best. Exhale, bring the right hands to rest in the sacrum. Inhale, lift the chest. On the exhale, as you lift the left elbow, begin to carry it over to the right side. So working into Pavarita Anjaneyasana. Again, you may lean forward and try and carry that left elbow all the way over the right knee, just using some traction into the rotation. I'm going to come over then. And then bringing the palms of the hands together. And just lifting the chest towards the thumbs and breathing. Again, try to relax through the shoulders. Soften the gaze as you look to the side or even behind you for a nice steady balance. If you want to take that extra move, you might wish to lift up the back knee. Really opening out through the hip flexor. Breathing steadily. And then on the exhale, bringing the knee down if you did the lift. Inhale as you slowly unravel the twist, bring the hands back to the bricks. Exhale. You may have felt an intensity emerge down the right hip flexor, so I'm going to open that out. So on the inhale, we begin to straighten out, floating the sitting bones back. On the exhale, as you lift the toes of the right foot, again, you can walk the bricks in so that they're underneath the shoulders. As you press the palms into the bricks, you can lift the chest so you're able to look forward. Keep a nice long spine. So again, keeping a softness through the right knee, don't lock that joint. Joints work best when they're in a state of spaciousness and support. So we can feel our way into the hamstring. The hips are nicely level. If you want to take that deeper, same as before, on the inhale, you lengthen the chest forward. And on the exhale, hinge at the elbows, you just begin to fold down, but still keeping the back really long. So keeping the discipline of a long back. And again, this is just an option. You don't have to take it. If you've reached your edge of resistance in the hamstring, then it'd be wise to stay there and just breathe. Just seeing why you need to be forcing or straining. Just allow the posture to be what it is in this moment. Good, and then inhaling as we rock the weight forward. You can untuck the toes of the back foot. Exhale, again, we'll step that right leg back. Tuck the toes under and just pause there a moment. Feel that opening in the front of the hip. And then inhale, bring the knees together. Move the bricks over to one side. And again, exhale, just begin to fold down into your child pose. Tucking the chin, bringing the forehead to the floor. Take a deep breath as you arrive and just rest and observe for a few moments. And from here, inhale, bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Exhale. Now from here, you might just slide forward so that you can lay it on your back as we come into relaxation position. So making your way onto your back, however is best. Pause for a moment to open the palms and walk the feet underneath the knees. Take a nice, easy breath here. Maybe feeling more spacious, possibly more relaxed. And now you can stay here, or you can slide the legs out into Shavasana. Coming to your final rest position. Allow the eyes to close and take a deep breath to let go of the body entirely. So I'll leave you with a quote from Swami Satchidananda, one of my favorite quotes. So he translates the sutras, that enlightenment feels like spaciousness in the joints. So as you sink back into a space of equanimity and harmony, resting here for a short time. Now becoming aware of breath. Beginning to deepen the breath, sending the breath into all of the joints, all areas of the body as you expand. Feeling the breath, the prana moving down into fingers and toes. You can bring some gentle movements here. And moving the head slowly from side to side, easing out the back of the neck. When you're ready to, on the next inhale, reaching the arms up and back for a full body stretch. Big exhale to let go. Bending the elbows, bending in the knees as you walk the feet back towards you. You can then bring the knees into the belly and just squeeze the knees in. Just enjoy final rock from side to side. So you can roll over to one side. And drop the bones heavy into the floor for a few moments. And bringing the top hand to the floor, stretching out the top leg. On the inhale, slowly levering yourself up to comfortable seated. Taking a few moments to feel grounded through the sitting bones. Sitting tall, lengthen the spine, lift the heart space. Close our eyes for a few moments. And just hold on to that inner world of awareness and breath. Going to close the practice with the sacred vibration of Om. Bringing the hands to the heart space in Anjali Mudra. Inhale. Gently bow the head as we give thanks for our health and our practice. And inhale as we lift the prayer hands up. Exhaling to the sides. Inhale to look up. And exhale. Namaste. So thank you for joining me for this Healthy Joints class. I hope you're feeling spacious and relaxed, and I hope to see you soon.